All right, welcome into episode number 52 of Tunesday Tuesday, presented by the Boston Chris Show. We are live each and every Tuesday right here on Twitch and Facebook, and appreciate everybody who is tuning in live. We are also put out on podcast platforms everywhere as well. So if you're watching on Spotify, Amazon, Apple, etc., thank you for tuning in as well over there. I want to tell you guys a little bit about my special guest tonight. Miss Arianna Pappas is our singer-songwriter special tonight. Let me tell you about her. A promising future has begun for Nashville-based pop country artist and songwriter Arianna Pappas. Her new single, Seasons, which we are featuring tonight, is the recent winner of an American Songwriter Magazine lyric contest, was released to all music platforms in June of 2025. The breakup ballad takes listeners on a cinematic journey of love and loss. Soaring vocals and swelling instrumentals provoke emotional imagery through the seasons of a relationship. Her previous releases include the powerful anthem Daddy's Dime, the carefree summer love tune Every Mile, which we just heard, and the breakup bop Space. Pappas is an East Coast native, but she got to Nashville as fast as she could. Singing just about since the day she could talk, she has successfully nurtured a soulful, rock-infused timbre with a tinge of country heart. Many have compared her to the likes of Stevie Nicks and Florence Welch. Pappas's journey brought her to Nashville's own Belmont University in 2020 to study songwriting. As a writer, she has a unique and defining sound inspired by storytellers like Miranda Lambert and Taylor Swift. Her songs challenge the pop country landscape by merging infectious melodies, compelling stories, and clever metaphors. Aside from her original music, Pappas has built up an impressive resume performing the national anthem at 120 plus sporting events. Her biggest performances so far have been for the MLB's Cleveland Guardians, the Tennessee Titans Foundation, and Vanderbilt University Baseball. Guys and girls, without any further ado, we are so stoked to have Miss Arianna Pappas right here on Tunesday Tuesday, number 52. Let's get into it with Arianna right now. Arianna, how are you, girl?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing awesome. We were just talking about you, read a little bit from your website to let folks know who you are. I don't know if you remember how I kind of got on your radar was through the feature that you did with J4 that I absolutely loved. That's the first time I ever heard your voice.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for listening, first of all. We had a great time writing that song together, and I'm glad that people are enjoying
Yeah,
it.
it's a badass song, man. So cool. Uh,
Thank
I
you.
love that guy too. I'm hoping someday I get to talk to him. But yeah, you guys just that collab was incredible, incredible. So
Thank you.
congrats. I hope you know how great of a song that is.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
Sure, no problem. So I was just reading your bio on your webpage, and it says you're from the East Coast, but it doesn't say where. So that's going to be my first question.
So I'm originally from New York,
Okay.
actually. It's very random. And I know your show is called The Boston Chris Show,
Right.
so it's something we can relate on.
Yeah, both from the
Um,
Northeast. Which part of New York are you from?
it's Long Island I grew up
Okay,
on.
very cool.
Thank
So
you.
your vibe is kind of pop country. I can see where you're getting the pop vibes in New York City and kind of out there on the island as well. But where are the country vibes coming from for you?
The country vibes come from when I started listening to country music when I was young. It's pretty rare in New York,
Mm-hmm.
so I was definitely an anomaly. But my mom and I started listening together when I was young, and then it just built up from there. And I discovered that I wanted to move to Nashville halfway through college. So I transferred to Belmont here in town, Belmont University, and I went to school for songwriting, and that was in 2020 that I made the transition, which was, as you can imagine, a crazy time to do something like that.
Yeah.
But then I came here, and the possibilities just opened up for the music to discover. And I'm the biggest country fan. It's very inspiring for my writing and me as an artist, and just it's amazing.
So what are you going to school for prior to the transfer to Belmont?
So I was at this state school, this small state school in New York for studio composition. It's called so music composition
Okay.
basically. So it was similar, but it was heavy on the theory, the music theory, rather than the art of songwriting, which is what Belmont focused on. So that's kind of where I figured out that I wanted to make the transition because I was interested in more of the songwriting side of things.
So I'm listening to you talk. I don't hear New York at all. So how did you pull that off, girl?
I don't know. People have been telling me that I don't really sound like it anymore, and I guess that's a good thing because I've been here for 5 years now.
Yeah.
So I guess it's kind of faded away a bit. But I just love Nashville. It's been an amazing experience, and I wouldn't trade it for anything. Nashville is unlike anywhere else in the world.
Well, I just want you to know there are some fabulous country songwriters from New York City. So don't let them tell you different out there, okay?
Oh yes,
Yeah.
uh, amen to
Yeah.
that.
Just a couple off the top of my head: Steve Dorff, Mark Irwin. Just some heavyweights come from the Northeast. So
Absolutely.
yeah. So you have a lot of opportunities to do the anthem and stuff like that, which is kind of really. I know that's kind of a sowing your oats kind of thing. When you're in Nashville, you kind of have to do what you can just to get your name onto people's lips, right? What's that like for you as a young person in Nashville, kind of networking and trying to? I know it's really important in Nashville to meet as many people as you can, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, I do as much networking as I possibly can. I'm of course working to pay my way in this town as
Sure.
well,
Yeah.
so it's not easy, to balance everything. But I'm doing it, and I'm proud of how far I've come. It's definitely a grind, as they say, 10-year town, but it's awesome. I mean, with the anthem, like that's provided me with a ton of opportunities. I got to do Major League Baseball in 2023. I have gotten to do it for Tennessee Titans events, and I just did my third 5K in August. I've done for Vandy baseball. I actually work at Vanderbilt. That's my day job.
Let's go.
So go Doors.
Yeah.
we've been winning recently, as I'm sure you have seen.
What a
Uh,
season. Yeah, they just
I
lost the game,
know.
but man, prior to that, man, what a season. Yeah.
I know, crazy. But yeah, I really enjoy the anthem. It's such a different experience, like performance wise, because obviously it's a big song, so there's some more pressure on that because people are expecting it to be a certain way. But I don't know. I've just had a great experience
It's a
seeing
big risk.
people's
It
reactions.
truly is a huge
Oh yeah.
risk.
Oh yeah.
Because if you do great, people are. I mean, I hate to say it like this, but if you do a good job on it, people are probably not going to remember you in a week or two. The people that heard you. Obviously, if there's people in the industry that hear you, that's a different thing. But like
Oh yeah.
if you do a bad job though, like everybody's going to know you for a while, right? And so that's the risk in the anthem.
Oh yeah. I've done like over probably over 130, 140 at this point. Like it's been amazing, and I am very grateful for those opportunities
Yeah,
for
well,
sure.
as a veteran, thank you for doing that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm so happy that you were scheduled for tonight. I didn't even know that when we rescheduled that it was Veterans Day, and just somebody with so much experience doing the anthem. You are the perfect person to have on tonight. So,
Oh my
um,
gosh. Well, thank you for your service, first of all.
sure.
I am really excited to hopefully be booking some more of those next year. Yeah, it's very, very cool experience for sure.
So Belmont is a just an incredible school, right?
Oh yeah.
Obviously, a lot of people go to Nashville for Belmont University. What does songwriting look like as kind of a degree, like learning how to do that through an educational system like a university?
Yeah, so we learned the craft of songs. There were a few different kinds of classes. My favorite in particular was lyric writing. It was basically a lyric intensive writing class where every week we'd have a prompt and then we'd have to write something that would do in 6 days, and definitely like a lot of pressure because you would get something new every week that you'd have to write to. But it was it expands the mind as a writer, so that was definitely a really cool class to be a part of. There was also a songwriting practicum where we got to write songs after receiving prompts from pub companies actually on Music Row, which was really cool. We got a prompt from a sync company, and then a different publishing company, and we got to write to those and make basically rough demos. And that was a great skill to learn how to do because obviously not every single writer is familiar with how to make a demo. So
Mm-hmm.
we got a lot of education through co-writing with our classmates and creating the demo, just all in one. It was very intensified um, learning experience in the major. So just the people that I got to connect with and collaborate too, like it was very, I'm grateful to have earned a degree from Belmont for
Yeah.
sure.
What
They've done so much for me.
What's the ultimate goal for Arianna? Is it to be an artist? Is it to be a published songwriter? If you know what I mean, like a professional songwriter, kind of in a publishing firm where you're writing with other people, you're writing for other artists, or are you? I mean, you have several singles that are out under your own name that I love, by the way, including the one we're going to play here in a little while called Seasons. What's the goal for you ultimately?
Well, first of all, thank you so much.
Yeah,
Every Mile reached 35,000 streams recently, so
yeah,
very grateful for that.
yeah.
But the ultimate goal is artist for sure. It's very cool to get to do a little bit of everything because I actually have a couple cuts coming out before the end of the year. So I'm writing with different people who need songs to release, and it's just very interesting to have different sides of the industry slash business, I guess,
Hmm.
is what I'm trying to say. But definitely artist writer is the end goal. I love being able to tell my stories and other people's stories through the songs I write, and I have a lot of plans for 2026.
But the fact that you have a couple of cuts obviously means you are open to that as well. So that's very smart. But from what you were telling me, as far as your curricular goes at school, it really sounds like perhaps that education is meant to kind of release you into the world of published songwriters. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah,
Whereas
absolutely.
that sounds like the natural next step. But if you're wanting to be an artist, then perhaps that's not the natural next step. You know?
I would love to keep writing with as many people as I can to perfect my craft along the way for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure that signing as a staff writer is my path, but getting to write with so many talented people is something that I'll just keep soaking up.
And do you feel like if you're independent, if you're outside the sphere of a staff writer, do you think like you're still going to have the opportunities to write with folks that are? Because I know back in the day, staff writers pretty much just wrote with other staff writers. They didn't really look at independent songwriters. Is that changing a bit, do you think?
It's changing a bit for sure. I've seen it with other writers that I know in town. They've been writing with signed writers, and it definitely it's all about the connections you make.
Sure.
And from the songs that I'm releasing, that is helping to kind of expose me to those people too. So yeah, it's really awesome the opportunities that you never know that you could get through many different avenues.
Sure. Yeah. Brilliant. Brilliant. I love to hear it because I know, like, back in the day, I've interviewed a lot of songwriters from all different generations. And, sharing kind of the secret fishing spot wasn't kind of the way Nashville worked back in the day. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
uh, anyway, we got Arianna Pappas here. We're gonna play a couple of songs tonight, and if you guys are familiar with my format, the way this works is we have each of our songwriter guests pick a song that is not theirs. So it's always interesting to hear and see what songs they pick. And for Arianna this week, her pick of the week is by an artist named Gareth, and the song is it's called "What You Don't Know." So, out of all the songs and all the artists in the world, why did you pick this one?
I love Gareth. I'm a huge fan of him. I actually got to go see him at this venue called Cannery Hall in Nashville, and he just creates beautiful music. I mean, between the stories that he tells and the raw honesty and his boldness and just the way that he tells those stories, I just think it's really unique. And especially on this song, the guitar is so bright and inspiring. And even though the song itself comes from a place of sort of sadness and confusion, it's also really uplifting and just inspiring the listener to move forward. So yeah, he's very different from a lot of other artists I'm listening to right now. It's like raw acoustic. Even though it's produced, it just feels, I don't know, like raw, I guess
Yeah.
is the what I'm trying to explain. You know,
Raw's good. I love Raw. Edgy, kind of
yeah,
swampy kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, I love that Nashville is kind of pulling that in nowadays, too. They're starting to finally see that Raw is not necessarily a bad thing, okay? Um,
yeah.
Now, the current single from Ariana is the one that we are going to be playing for her. It's called Seasons. Tell us a bit about this song and how it came to be.
Yeah, so Seasons I wrote with a few friends of mine. I originally came up with the concept when I wrote to a track that my former professor at Belmont actually created for my demo production class during my senior year. And he just created this very moving, like ballady track that I was thinking to myself in the moment, like, oh my gosh, this has to be just a heartbreaking, emotional, dreamy ballad.
Mm-hmm.
And I wrote the first version and then I figured out it wasn't quite where it needed to be yet. So I brought it to two of my other friends, J4 actually, and Julia Mori, my other friend from school. And it was really fun getting to finish it with them. We filled in all the missing pieces. Songwriting's like a puzzle, so it's just a really cool process. And after that, I guess it was about a year later, maybe a little less. I brought it to my producer, Brandon Wiggers, and we built it up and we put a live quartet on it, just live drums, everything live, and it turned out. I mean, I couldn't be happier with it.
So I got to ask this question because I always love when there's two or three songwriters on a song and trying to find out from the artist who releases the song, which in this case is you. How did the songwriters decide who is releasing the song? Do you guys like have a battle royale or something? Like, how does this work?
It really depends on the situation, I think. I know that Julia and J4 are doing different things for their artist slash writer projects. And Dave, the professor whose track I wrote to, he has his hand in a lot of other different projects with people in the industry. He's does a lot of sync and stuff like that. So in this case, it was kind of obvious that I could cut it.
So no
um,
blackmail involved, right?
it was kind of a no-brainer. I was like, guys, I'm cutting this song. Like I was in love with it when
Yeah.
I first wrote it, and I knew that it was going to be a thing one day. I didn't know how it was going to happen, but I knew. And in other rooms, it depends. Like if other people, oh my gosh, like this is perfect for me as an artist, then it kind of gets a little hairy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But uh, I think as long as all the writers in the room agree, like, hey, this person can release it, then you're good to go.
Yeah, I think your voice is perfect for the song anyway, right?
Oh, thank you.
I'm just giving you a little bit of crap here. So, Arianna, if people were just hearing about you for the first time, what would you say is the best way for them to follow along with everything you got going on?
Arianna Pappas Music on Instagram. I'd say that's the easiest way. I post everything to Instagram. Arianna Pappas Music on Facebook and TikTok too, but Instagram is really my main place.
And you also have a website, which is ariannapapasmusic.com, which is the same as the Instagram where you guys can go. It's
Exactly.
a very in-depth website as well. You can get links to all 4 of her singles there, all of her performances. You got a bio there, an EPK, contact information, photos. Very well put together website. So you guys make
Thank you.
Of course, absolutely. I give flowers where they're deserved. It's very nice. I enjoyed. There's a lot of websites out there that need work. Yours is not one of them. So congratulations on that. Sure. We're gonna get into the music. Arianna, I thank you again for working with us and rescheduling this with us. I think we were originally scheduled to do this in like September or August or something like that. And for the first time in 8 or 9 years of podcasting, I actually double booked. And I've never done that before. You are the only time that has happened, and I apologize so much for that.
Oh, no worries. This was perfect that we got to do this on Veterans Day.
I
love
agree
it.
with you. I agree with you. Thank you so much again, Arianna. You have a great night, and we're going to get into the music.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Sure. All right, guys, we're going to get into the music here right now, starting with, of course, her pick of the... Actually, we're going to start with her song, which is called Seasons. It's her current single. You just heard the story behind it, and here it is without any further ado.
We were two hearts colliding as the autumn colors paint the city streets. Two star-crossed lovers floating, falling, dancing on a breeze. I told myself that love could never fade, but maybe we were both just too afraid. We don't know the reasons why it's slipped out of our hands. Strong winds are raging, chasing away our second chance. No use believing in a temporary feeling. Seasons, won't you take me back to that sweeter summer dream, flying in your shotgun seat, framed in the rear view, your eyes shine like the sea, forever fixed on me. I told myself you were my saving grace, but maybe we got lost along the way. We don't know the reasons why it slipped out of our hands. Strong winds are raging, chasing away our second chance. No use believing in a temporary feeling. Then winter came and all froze, left all we heard out in the cold. The home we built covered by snow, now there's no one here to hold. We don't know the reasons why